Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Oh, you pushed record.
Yeah, that's all right though.
Sorry.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to talk about Team Cup and kind of get a little bit of organization going with our team. I know, Becca, you guys have a plan already, right, with you and Lisa, and is your team taken care of?
I think so. I'm not 100%,
But you'll get that figured out.
Yeah.
I'd love to have 2 or 3 teams from Superfit, so we just need to kind of figure that out and organize that. Dad, I know you can be a team leader. Do you want to find your own guy team, or what do you want to do?
I'm probably going to need some help filling up my team because my coaches currently, I don't know, I haven't asked them, but last time we had Team Cup, I asked all my coaches and none of them wanted to do anything. So,
okay.
Maybe Beth will want to.
Yeah, Beth might want to do it.
Past that, if anybody has someone that needs a team, I'll take them.
Okay. Well, we can do teams of 5, and the only problem is we can't have more than 1 diamond on a team. So, like, Jeff and Tom and I can't all be on a team, but you only have to be an emerald or above to lead. So, like, Sarah, Molly, Christine, we can all be on the same team. Jenny, if you want to participate, we can get you on a team too. You just need to be a coach by, July 31st, right? Because that's when we have to be.
Okay.
But what the Team Cup is all about is Success Club. And so Success Club points you get by selling Shakeology, HG, or challenge packs, which I know you're familiar with, Jenny. And then also rank advancement, which we can talk about, specifics later. But basically, it's just a really cool challenge that Beachbody does. We get in teams of 5, and then we get gifts for hitting goals. So we definitely need to form teams, as soon as we can. Maybe I'll just put a post out there in the Coach Squad group, and we can just kind of all say who wants to participate and just kind of divide it up that way. But just wanted to give everyone a heads up on that because that's coming up, and that's really exciting. Other than that, I guess we'll just get started and hop on in. So tonight's team call is about creating your dream team and leading them to success. So I want to start out first by talking about what success means, because I say success a lot. I talk about, being a successful mom and having a successful day, and so success isn't just about money. It's not purely about income. That might be a part of it, but it's more about your lifestyle and about your happiness, and that you're able to reach your family's needs. So when you hear the word success, take out the money part of it. That might be a fraction of what success means, but success really means that you're happy doing what you're doing and that you're living the life that you want to be living. So think about that when we talk about success. And that you're, kind of constantly and consistently reaching your goals. And then leadership. Leadership is a big subject as well. And, as a Beachbody coach, we are leaders from day one. Even before you have your first challenger, even before you have your first coach, even before you're a diamond coach. I don't know why we think like when we're a diamond, I'll have my own team and I'll be a leader, but you literally, as a coach, are a leader from day one. Hey, Tara, how are you? We can take a minute and say hi. Can you hear us, Tara? Let's give her a second to make sure that she can hear us. Just a little nod if you can hear us, Tara.
Hi.
Hi.
I can hear you.
Hello.
I'm kind of dark here, sorry.
That's okay.
That's okay. So I just had to clarify, is it Tara or Tara?
The first one, Tara.
Tara. Okay. Yay,
Yeah.
We're glad you're on.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah. So I was just talking about leadership and how as Beachbody coaches, we are leaders from the very beginning. Like even before we have a challenger or a challenge group that we're running ourselves or have a team within us, that we are leaders because people are watching us and people are following you and they're looking at your posts and they're being affected by your posts.
Right.
I love how Josh Coates talks about be, do, have, that you don't have to be a diamond coach, but you can do those things that a diamond coach would do and like act like you already have a team, you know, and if right now, if you do what's hard, your life later will be easy. But if you just do what's easy, your life will be hard. So I really believe in doing those hard things every day and setting yourself up for success in the future. And so it's all about doing those tasks that your team needs you to do and that your business needs to do. And then you will have the things that you dream of. And you'll have those things that you have in your vision. So your outward success is really an expression of your inward belief. And so tonight we're going to be talking about believing in ourselves, believing in our team, and how that belief can help us to be more successful. So I was kind of considering doing a screen share and talking about team building and what it means to be an Emerald coach and how to add coaches, but I think we'll save that for another time. I felt really, really inspired to go a different direction and to talk about leadership and really what it means to be a leader and how we can be really successful leaders. So number one is to recognize your mission. And I just want to start first by saying that Beachbody's mission is to help other people live happy lifestyles. This is not just about selling products. It's not just about Shakeology. This is literally about changing lives. And when we realize that and I can identify what our mission is, we have upped our game because we have that belief behind us and that mission and that purpose behind everything that we do and every post that we do. And so, we all want to make a difference, right? Like literally nod your head if you want to make a difference in this world. We all want to make a difference, right? And so we have to share our why and our mission with other people in order to make a difference. And we can start out small, got to start where you are, but you have to share that with other people. So, I mean, really, if you are on a train or you're the driver of the train, but you don't know where you're going, how can you invite people to jump on your train? Come with me, we're going to have fun. I have no idea where we're going to end up, but we're going to have fun. Who's going to join you? Maybe your best friend or your sister or your dad, but not a lot of people. If you don't know where you're going, you have to know where you're going. You have to know what your destination is. So I think it's really important to write down your mission. So I know from the very beginning, right, when I walked in the first Beachbody room, it was in Vegas. It was this, I don't even know what event it was. Maybe, Dad, do you remember that one event, that small room? And I had Lulu and she was a baby. What was that?
It was an event that Pete Pena put on. And he invited one of the celebrity trainers, I think it was Tony Horton. And so it was a Friday night and a Saturday. Friday night, they talked about the concept of a team. And then Saturday, they had a couple of speakers. And then we did a super workout with Tony Horton.
Right. Okay. So I remember walking in the first room and they had in vinyl letters on the wall, Beachbody's mission is to help other people live happy, healthy lifestyles. And I was like, okay, I like that. I believe in that mission. I totally believed in that mission from day one. But then as you go on, you're able to get more of a really specific mission. So my mission is not just to help people, but it's to help women. So I went from people to women, and I'm narrowing my group now. So now I'm helping women. And then I can get even more specific and say, I want to help moms. I want to help not just all moms, but I want to help moms who are struggling with their health and with finding a balance in their day and trying to figure out how to incorporate these healthy habits into their life. So you've got to identify your mission. Who are you going to help? Why are you here? What change is it that you really, really want to make? And make sure that you're posting about that and sharing with people so that they know what your mission is, where your train is going, so that they want to jump on your train. Because if you don't know where your train is going and you're just saying, join me, we have a lot of fun, I mean, you're only going to grab a handful of people. But when you have this really distinct mission and you know where you're going and you just really want to help as many people as possible, that is so much more powerful. And you really have to go about it with the confidence that, you know, if people aren't going to join you, that's okay. You're still going to keep going. You're still going to seek after that mission. And then later, as they watch you and you're still consistently building your business and you still have that same mission, they might see that, okay, she really is going somewhere. This train really is headed in the right direction, and they'll want to jump on with you. So number 1 is to recognize your mission, and you've got to know your why. So take some time tonight. If you don't know what it is, if you don't know what your mission statement is, write it down, get it in writing, and be as specific as you can, because the more specific you are, the more people you will reach. And I know that sounds totally like whatever oxymoron, but really the more specific you are, the more people that you can reach, because you're going to craft a post that is exactly for that one person and all those people watching you. So number 2 is all about consistency. And I think consistency is the hardest thing. It's the easiest thing, but it's the hardest thing to master because it's a daily endeavor, right? So being really consistent about adding 3 people every day, about having 3 new conversations every day, about inviting 3 people every day into your groups. And that really, to me, is starting out small. That's starting out small, but over time will make a big difference. And, you know, consistency doesn't just last for a week for your one challenge group or for a month or for 3 months, because that consistency and that momentum that builds up over time is going to show, and you're going to see the results for that 3 months down the line or 6 months down the line. So consistency is so important. Sarah's shaking her head because she's seeing that consistency start to pay off now, right?
Did you say Tara or Sarah?
Oh, Sarah. Yeah, she was over there shaking her head. Okay. And then, you know, along the way, there's always these hesitations, like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm powerful enough. I don't know if these small actions are going to add up. And you have to recognize that those hesitations that you have are really just excuses, and you've got to turn that around. So I frequently think about my first hesitation, which now I realize it was just an excuse, was that I wasn't an expert at fitness or health or counting calories. I didn't know any of that. And so I let that hold me back from being a successful coach, because it was an excuse for me. It was, well, I don't want to message that person because she might ask me a hard question and I won't know how to answer them. That's just an excuse. Get past those excuses and just be there to help people and be available to talk to people. And then the third thing is to believe big. So we're going to start out small. You're going to start where you are. I love Tara with a T. Now, I love what you said earlier today about how you were starting out really small with your fitness, where you were starting out with, what did you say? Just Shakeology and the workouts in the beginning?
Yeah, I was feeling like I couldn't do the containers. Oops, low battery, sorry. I couldn't do the containers right away because I just know, like, I learn very slowly and can only kind of focus on one thing if I want to sort of master it first. So I started with taking the Shakeology, and I knew that, I'm like, that's easy. Like, I can put stuff in a blender and drink it every day. That's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like how Molly got me into it, because she was posting a lot about just, hey, I drank this drink today, like over and over. And I'm like, all right, maybe there's something to this. That sounds really easy. And then once I got into that, then I added on the workouts, and then I added on, like, I joined the Beachbody free trial and didn't actually use it because I was that intimidated. I didn't even click on anything for practically 30 days. So, but then finally I'm like, okay, now I'm ready for the 21-day fix. So, it's like I can only really do the one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And I think that is so true in our business too. We've got to start with these small steps. And then once you've got that mastered, once you've got your consistent efforts mastered, then you can go a little bit bigger and create a web page. But you don't even need to think about that until you've got that other stuff figured out and that you're comfortable with. So
I just found the email as well.
Oh, good.
The email from Beachbody saying, here's what you need to do for a coach. So I just realized I completely missed that too. So now I can finally look through that and figure out what to do next.
Perfect. Yay. That's awesome. And Molly and I were talking about getting a time where Jenny and Tara and was it Olga, or there was one more,
Diana.
Mm-hmm. Where we could get a time together and, do some kind of a getting started right call and really just get you guys started off and, how just these beginning steps. So we can do that and totally customize it towards what we. So, okay. So let's talk about belief for a minute. We're going to start out small, but we're going to believe really big, right? So I was reading John Maxwell's Intentional Living, and he was talking about the ALS challenge. You guys remember the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, so it started with one person's idea to do a campaign to raise awareness, and it was I think it was his job, but it was his wife who started it. And so she did that first initial post. And so her idea was to do, you either pay to contribute to support ALS and spread awareness, or you dump a bucket of ice water on your head and you tag 3 people and it's spread from there. So they raised $113 million in 6 months from that one idea, starting with one person, tagging 3 people, and each of those 3 people tagged 3 people, and each of those 3 people tagged 3 people. So it just shows the power of a team and how one person can start something so amazing, but you have to have that consistent effort and to really lead your team and to believe in your team. And it starts with that belief in yourself. And, your belief drives your behavior. So if you believe that you're just going to be a discount coach, you're just going to be a discount coach. If you believe that you can be a superstar diamond and be on stage at Summit and have this amazing team of followers and make a huge difference in the world, you can, because you believe in yourself and you are willing to change the world and to change the way you think and act and your habits. It was Steve Jobs who said that the crazy people, what does he say? People who are crazy enough to believe that they can change the world are the ones who do. So feel free to think way outside the box and have these unrealistic goals and dreams, because you got to be crazy enough to believe those things to make them happen. And then every time we reach those milestones and those goals that we've set up, then you can dig a little bit deeper and you can, you kind of think deeper and you have more passion and more drive. So just focus on those small steps and those small goals one at a time. And then you've got to believe in your people. And I love this about this business, is having this team of people around you. Like, I look at every single one of you and I see your potential that you might not even see in yourself yet. Every single one of you, I see your potential. And I feel like I fall in love with you guys in our challenge groups. And I can see by the posts and your goals and the things that you're sharing with us that you have this potential to change the world and to help so many other people. So being able to really imagine the potential of your teammates is really key too. And so, I don't know if you have had this experience in school, but if you have a teacher who really believes in you and tells you that you're an amazing writer or something, you're going to put so much more effort and energy into your essays and your reports because your teacher believes in you. And that's exactly what it's like in our team. And so you've got to start with the people that you believe in too. And so then I wanted to talk about the Summit Showcase group that we're going to be doing next week. So it's going to be like a group kind of like our challenge groups, where we invite people to find out a little bit more about coaching. And so for Monday through Wednesday, we're going to just tell them little things about what it means to be a coach, what a coach is, what a coach isn't, kind of bust some of the myths about coaching, that you don't have to be a fitness expert, that you don't have to have the perfect body, that you don't have to know a ton of people, that you don't have to run a gym or anything like that, that you really just have to have this drive and this energy and this belief and enjoy helping people and be willing to share your journey too. So that's what we're going to be talking about from Monday through Wednesday. And then Thursday through the weekend is going to be stuff all about Summit, because a lot of us coaches are going to be at Summit. So we're going to do live videos. We're going to share what we're learning. We're going to post some pictures and talk about what a great team we have and how amazing it is to be surrounded by great people.
Hey, Kirsty, do you want to explain a little bit what Summit is? Because I'm not sure that Tara and Jenny are familiar with what it, I mean, obviously I don't know that much. I'm just going. But
so Summit is our yearly retreat for Beachbody. So we sign up as coaches to go to Summit, and for the first couple years when I went, it was in Las Vegas, and now it's been in Nashville the past 2 years. We'll find out this next weekend where it's going to be the following year, but it's really awesome. We have all the top coaches come and talk about, so we have training meetings. They have announcements. The past few years, they've announced a new Shakeology flavor or the performance line or something big about what's happening in the business. And it's just the most inspiring, motivational weekend of my life every time. It's like super, super amazing. So that's what Summit is. And that's what we'll be sharing about, is this excitement and the momentum that you get from the Beachbody events. So my challenge to you is to make a list of the potential coaches that you want on your team, and not just their name, but next to their name, write down why you want them on your team. Why do you want them on your team? Why would they be a good coach? And write that down next to their name. And then write down one of their objections. So think about their life, think about their lifestyle, think about their kids, think about what objection they might say. Is it, I don't have enough time? Is it, I don't have the money to get started? And be ready to talk about that. You might even want to mention that when you message them. So say like, hey Molly, how are you? I just wanted to let you know that I am doing a small little private group about coaching. You can even just call it that, because if you say Summit Showcase, they're like, oh, what? And then say, we're going to be talking about what I do as a coach. I would love to share more information with you, because I know that you would be a great coach because you are so enthusiastic. You already value health. I know that you and your family enjoy being healthy, and I think that you would be a great coach. And I know that you hate paying that gym fee every month, and I think you would love the Beachbody workouts. So I'm telling her why I think she would be a good coach, and I'm already solving one of her problems, because we all have issues, right? We all have something that's going to hold us back. So if you're already one step ahead of them and telling them how you can help them solve that problem, they're going to be like, oh, cool, okay. And make sure that they know that this is just for information. They don't have to commit to anything, but I'm really hoping for a great group of people. I'm going to message everyone in my current challenge group. I'm going to message everyone that I've talked to before about coaching that's been kind of on the edge, that said maybe, so that they're able to get all this information and see that excitement that we have at Summit, because I think it's going to be a really, really awesome group. And so anyway, that's mostly what I wanted to talk about. I don't know if I totally sped through that stuff, but I would love to hear from each of you guys. Maybe we could take a minute and just talk about your why, or what you think that your mission is. And sometimes your why starts with you, and that's totally okay. And sometimes you're already ready to think about your greater mission of how you can help other people. Or you can share a goal with us, but understand that like your mission is why you're here, and that's who you're going to help, right? And then your values are like what's important to you. And so you've got to weave those things in, and you've got to stay true to yourself as you're sharing your mission. And then your goals are the little milestones. So share with us your mission or your why or your goals. Just share something with us that's been on your mind. And then we also needed to have a little progress report with Sarah and Molly and Christine and Tom about how you incorporated what we talked about last week into your week this week. So I'm totally putting you guys on the spot, but I don't want to just be the only one talking. Gotta make this interactive. Okay, so who wants to start?
I'll start.
Okay, Tom and then Molly, because I saw her raise her hand.
I just beat her, barely.
You did. You were louder.
Yeah, I usually am. Okay, so I'll share what my mission is and how I've fine-tuned it to my niche.
Okay.
My perfect client. So my mission is to help busy professionals to go from hopeless to healthy. And so I'm actually an expert on that because I went from hopeless to healthy. And, you really want to, as you talk to people, hit their pain point. And so, for me, it's all about people that are so caught up in all of the craziness of life with all of the responsibilities of a career, which in our current economics is hard enough. People are racing around just trying to make a living, but add on top of that family responsibilities and other outside responsibilities and obligations. And you've got somebody that's so busy that they tend to neglect themselves. And so I help people to learn how to treat themselves like a business, invest in themselves. And I share with them that it doesn't take a whole lot, but you just need to be consistent. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how I focus in on my people.
That's awesome. Thank you. All right, Miss Molly. Uh-oh, is she frozen? Oh, no. Molly's gone. Okay, she'll pop back on when she can. Sarah, do you want to go next? No, not yet.
I will.
Okay, awesome, Christine. Thank you.
Okay, so originally my why was to get myself healthier so that I could take care of my kids because of something tragic that happened. But now I feel like my why has changed into, or my mission is to help families in general, like the whole family, become healthier and then stay healthy in order to prevent, health problems future in life, not just right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how my why changed a little. And then as far as last week, I wasn't too great just because I had a family emergency and almost lost somebody again. At work, I have been using what we learned last week, and I've been trying to be very supportive of the girls at work. Like they're trying to lose weight, like I said, with those boot camps, which clearly isn't going to work because they're already talking about how they're going to reward themselves with the freaking piece of cheesecake when they get done.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just trying to let them get it done so they can get it done. And then because they keep making little comments like, oh, you're really being good. You didn't have the birthday cake, or you didn't have the cupcakes, or you're not going out to lunch every day and you're packing your lunch. So they're seeing me do it. So I'm just trying to, motivate them because at least they're trying to exercise where they weren't before.
Uh-huh.
And then when that doesn't work, I can slide in and show them the right way to do it.
Mm.
So
yeah, you're going to be ready when they're ready on the rebound.
Yeah, I haven't been that great on Facebook because of everything that's been going on, but at work I've been interacting a lot.
Okay, good. So maybe you're shifting over from a Facebook audience to the face-to-face stuff with your work friends. Now that you're seeing work friends every day,
yeah,
you can kind of make that shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. That's awesome. I love that.
I think it's easier too, in a sense, because kind of on Facebook, you can post what you want to post. So then they're like, is she really doing this every day? Is it really, you know what I mean? And now they're actually seeing me bring a meal every day, and they're seeing me every morning, and they're seeing me not eat the crap that they all bring to the potlucks.
Yeah. And that example is super, super powerful. Yeah. So maybe just a little tip so that you don't lose your Facebook momentum is just snap a picture of what you're bringing in every day.
Yeah, I did that today because I was like, I should probably, hello, say something to the world.
Yeah. We still want to hear from you.
I know.
No, that's awesome, though. Thank you so much, Christine, for sharing that.
No problem.
All right, who's next?
All right, I'll go.
Okay, thanks, Sarah.
Sure. So originally my why started out for me because I needed the motivation and I needed the accountability for myself. It wasn't about helping others in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was about being a good example for my kids and my husband and my family. And then it was about helping my friends. So now I guess my mission is to help struggling moms get to the point where they want to be healthy for themselves and for their family, because that's how I started. So I want other people to have that journey and to feel good about themselves. So my homework last week was to continue talking to people, which I have been doing. I invite 3 friends every day. I make 3 new friends every day. I message at least 3 people every day. And I'm just being consistent with my posting.
That's awesome. I think it's interesting, though, that you said that you want to help struggling moms want to be healthy. You want to help them want to be healthy. So to me, that means that you want to inspire them to want to be healthy so that they don't want to be healthy first until they see your example. So do you feel like you're talking to a lot of people who don't want it yet?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people come up with so many excuses. Like every single day it's a new excuse. Like first it's, I can't afford it. And then it's, I don't have time in my day. Or people I feel like are just full of excuses, anything to get out of it.
Mm-hmm. So you have to maybe think about that point where you were finally ready to completely commit. What did that feel like and where were you at that point?
Right.
That's your target audience right there. Yeah. Because like Tom said, your niche is you. Like your perfect audience is exactly who you are, or it's where you were when you were ready to make that change. So get back to who that person was back then, and that's who you're speaking to.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Sarah. All right, well, Molly's still not on, so I don't want to ask Tara or Jenny to talk yet because I know Molly will want to hear this. So Danielle, Becca, Ashley.
Okay, so can you there's Molly.
Good.
Sorry.
Say bye to the bell.
We had your girls wait, so Becca's going to go now.
Can you tell me, can you hear me? Can you tell me the, what you're answering exactly?
Yeah. So share with us your mission. And if you haven't quite identified your mission yet, your why, or a goal that you have.
For the business?
Yeah.
Okay.
For you, yes. We have Jenny's not a coach yet, I say. Tara, Danielle, like we have some brand new coaches. So for you, you're in the business mode already. But you can share with us whatever you want to share.
Okay. Molly, how about you go first? Okay. Yeah, you go.
Okay. Sorry. I lost all internet connection. I had to unplug the router and do all sorts of stuff that I don't usually do. So sorry about that.
Of course. You were frozen for a while. I'm like, go ahead, Molly. And then we're like, yes,
Oh, man. So I'm still working on my exact mission statement because at this point, I'm not willing I don't want to knock out like 50% of the population by saying just women, because I definitely have men that I would at least like to help get started, and then, you know, let Tom and Jeff kind of take over, because I don't think too many men really want fitness advice from me or anything like that. But so anyways, I've still been struggling because I do have a hard time like talking to men about Beachbody and stuff. So maybe I just should focus on women, because that's who I seem to do a better job with. But anyway, so I'm still working on that and thinking through that. And I actually spend a lot of time thinking about that because it's on my mind. But I mean, I'm still at the point, I still have multiple whys, you know. I wanted a fun business that I could do and enjoy while being at home with my kids and being a wife and taking care of the family. I wanted to be able to add some extra income to my family and, you know, pay down debts, you know, get cars paid off and student loans and ridiculous things that all our money seems to go to every month. Without it being a huge burden on my husband, who's, you know, doing the work to help us live. So that kind of started off. That was my reason for jumping in my initial why. But my why at this point, well, all of that is still there and still my goals. As I've coached and watched people on their journeys and talked to them, I've realized that people really do trust me with their health and fitness journey. Mm-hmm. And that I am actually, I do make a difference. You know, it's more than just here, drink these shakes and you'll be good. And I really, really enjoyed coaching, and I've been touched, like, you know, deep down inside by some of the stories and just, you know, people who said, you know, that they weren't, you know, going up and down stairs during the day because it was too hard for them. And now they're doing something active every day. I mean, that how do you put a price on that or figure anything out? So my why has totally changed now, because there are so many people out there, and people like me who, you know, like look healthy and seem healthy. And I am relatively, but I didn't realize, you know, how much I was missing in my life, you know, the personal development and who I am and why I'm here, what my journey here is. And so it's been really motivating for me. And so my why now is definitely to help find these people, men, women, or just women, I'm not sure of that yet, mm-hmm. and help them, you know, get on this journey to an all around healthier life. Not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, financially, you know, and just find some of what I've found. And I'm sure I have so much more that I don't even know is there, you know, but I'm really excited to help other people get started on that.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And I think that this will evolve over time as you start to realize more of an impact you can make. Mm-hmm. And as you learn new things, like I'm realizing, especially with live videos, everything that I'm learning through personal development and through coaching and leadership, I can share a little bit of that with other people and help them be a better leader or a better mom or a better teacher, you know, just like they can relate that to their own lives. But I think the more we learn and the more we have by being able to share that with others, you can make a difference in a lot of different ways. So I love that. I love that you're including, you know, just having a better life spiritually, you're happier, all that. So much more than just physical.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Molly. All right.
Who's next? This one, Rebecca.
Okay, I'll go. I got it now. That was really good, Molly. I was like, yes, in several spots. So yeah, I mean, so like the same, so many things have evolved and added to my plate. I obviously, like, I joined coaching. My why was pretty simple. It was just for accountability. Because I'm not good at sticking with things, and I figured might as well be the one running the group, and that a team, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So that was physical. And then also kind of the job, like I was feeling very trapped and I needed a way out because I've always worked and I love working. But after having kids, like I really, really struggled. I didn't want to leave them. It gave me like I had a lot of anxiety about job interviews and resume, like things like that. Even though I was qualified, it just gave me like, just the depression and stuff that I went through for those months of not know anyway. So coaching was like my light. Like it was like this golden ticket. Like I can stay home, but I can still use that part of my brain, and I can still have interaction with people, and I can still work towards goals with people. And so it really was like my saving grace. And like Molly said, then things start to happen and you're like, the why kind of shit like adds on to it. Like, oh, you really can make money from this. Okay, well, let me dream a little bigger. So that's when I started, now currently too, just thinking about like being able to provide enough income to where at first it was just little things like, like Molly said, being able to provide swim lessons and being able to buy things for myself, because we were so like budgeted before that, paying off our student loans. So that just wasn't ever in my mind. We've always just lived really, really like, I don't know, what's that word? Frugally. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so being able to kind of like open up and do things that I maybe wouldn't before and take vacations and stuff like that. Then now it's kind of more like we're living with my parents in a transition. And it's like really it's hitting me. Like I need this to work in the big time. Like I need this to work in the long haul. And I want my husband to be able to never have to worry about, like, I don't want him to have to worry about money ever. I don't want him to have to think about providing for us. I just want him to do what he wants to do and when he wants to do it and what he loves and what his passion is. And so that's kind of my deeper why now. And as far as like helping people, I agree with Molly. I forget sometimes because I do sometimes get wrapped up in my own fitness or my own success that I forget about those messages. And like when they come, they're just like the most amazing thing in the world. Like you're like, oh, I love this. This is why I love this job. And I have to like remind myself of that. And so also beyond that, it's like empowering people. I don't have a mission statement per se, but just empowering people to like realize that they have the tools at their fingertips to have great marriages and to be able to pay off debt and be able to be financially like smart and to be able to be happy and have a purpose in their life, things like that. So
I love the word empowering. I love that. I think that's a whole nother step farther than helping. You're not just helping them, you're giving them the inner motivation to do great things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Thanks, Becca. All right, who's my next victim?
I'm happy to go.
Yay!
I'll probably not have as much to say because I'm just getting started with this, but I was just thinking, for me, like I was saying before, I totally get that it's so much more than what seems like. Even with Facebook posts, I'm just really learning how it's so hard to really see what it's about, even from all the Facebook posts, without really having conversations with people. So it's really nice that I think connections is my main mission, just to get to what I'm getting at there, like connections with other moms, and to say, I feel like it's hard not to describe my mission without saying, okay, where I'm coming from is, I played on sports teams pretty much my whole life until all of a sudden I went to college and had to ditch it all. For my elementary education program, I realized I couldn't do that anymore. So now I'm in the business world and I got sick and like didn't have my life balance. So I feel like finally after getting married and having kids, my life is more balanced. And part of the reason for that is that I'm finding ways to connect with people the same way I did back in high school, which was through sports and exercise. And that was always my main way, music and exercise. So I don't really have as much music because I can't make choir practices. And, as a mom, it's so hard to link back to what I feel like most of us as a teenager, or I can speak for myself as a teenager, I had connections in high school. And then all of a sudden as a mom, all connections just sort of got ripped. I don't know where they went. So it's like, as I'm sort of trying to reach out to those sorts of people who are experiencing the same thing as me, which is maybe some isolation, some feeling of, wait, where did all of my friends go? Why have like, what happened? I mean, I still have friends. Like my motivation in this, a lot of it really is connection and reaching out to friends and saying, let's do these like ridiculous country moves together and post a video of each other doing them. And like that, there's no way we can do that when we're putting our 3-year-olds and babies to bed. We just can't do it as well as we'd like to. Whereas like, let's embrace technology and share stupid videos with each other. And that's a really fun way for moms to connect. So I'm sort of just starting there because that's where I'm coming from, of let's connect, let's embrace each other and support each other and feel like we can be silly together, but also, challenge. So I'm much less, it's not really articulated well yet, but I think that's the best I have right now.
No, I love that. I love the connection. I think that's one of my favorite things about the challenge groups is that we feel connected. Like, I feel like we're all best friends. And I think especially with our coach group, it's like this family, like more sisters and brothers. We're a family. It's really cool. I love that. Right. I'm really glad you said that.
Obviously the financial aspect I'm still kind of clueless about. So, I mean, I'd love to at least start out by being able to pay for my own program, and anything else is a bonus, because I think I'm scared to really, like, I'm not even there yet. I have no idea. So that's where I'm going to need support as a coach, is to figure out how do I even begin to plan for, like I have no idea how much income I would get. So,
well, we'll Kirsty and I will put together. We'll talk maybe tomorrow and put together some times that might work and shoot them off.
Okay, great.
See if we can get that figured out, because that's the easy part.
Okay, and not for me though. Like, that's the most intimidating part. I'm terrible with numbers. My husband's wonderful, so he's like my support person there to sit down and like, okay, what, I'd like to have specific goals because that's going to help me, but I also really my goal is to make it, to find that balance between, okay, I want this to be real because, I've been getting so many messages from friends on all different direct sales groups that are so just like, I just don't even want to read them, like, I don't know if you know what I mean. I'm being kind of vague, but I don't want to be that person. And I don't want to be the person saying, come join my group because it's so great and they'll make money from us doing this. I want it to not be about, hey, I want to make money, but I want it to be about, I want us to, do you know what I mean? So I'm still struggling with this feeling of how do I get it to be authentic and not just here's my sales pitch. So I definitely need to do a lot of reading on that, figure out how to, reach out authentically and not like, I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like you've been doing it really well, Molly. So, I mean, you're a great example, and I can use you as an example to how to say, hey, I'm making money, but I'm not like, I'm not.
Salesy is the terrible word that we use.
I'm giving you a product, which is awesome. And I don't know, I guess there's more I want to learn about it so I can be a better salesperson. That sounds, if that makes sense.
Yep. No, I think that you'll find that's one of the things that I loved about Beachbody right away. And I've been following Kirsty. Like, Kirsty and I have been friends for a long time, and never once did I feel like she was or pushy or anything like that. Although she probably should have been with me. Maybe I'd be a little further along by now too. But it's highly. You will always hear in all of the Beachbody trainings and things like that, and I will send you some specific links, and we'll talk about them more on here too.
Okay.
But that is everyone's goal, is to not be salesy. And one of the ways when I first started out is what I did was I figured out the names of some of just coaches. So like you'll see people like the people in this group post all the time, you know, and you'll see them. Send them a friend. Look at what they're posting, how they're posting it, how they're saying things. Like probably a good 20% of my posts are just me rewording what Kirsty posted because she's good. You know, she's been this for a while,
right,
and you can duplicate it, and that's okay. Like it's not. This isn't kindergarten. It's not like he copied me or she copied me. Like if someone does something and it works, we all kind of do it. You know, it's how we work, and none of us want to be salesy because we know that doesn't work. And we all despise getting those things in our inbox and seeing those people on the wall that say, you know, very salesy things. So I think you're in the right spot for that, because I think all of our goal is to not be salesy.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll keep doing trainings on that too. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. For sure. And coming from is there a crazy echo? A non-mathematical, very creative, hates numbers person as well. I show you how we really simplify things, and you have the freedom to be very, very creative with this too, which I think you're going to have a lot of fun with.
Cool.
Yeah. Yay. So we'll get that scheduled and that'll be fun. Okay, so Ashley, Jenny, Danielle, who wants to?
I would like to volunteer to go.
Yay, Jenny.
Okay. First of all, I'm sorry that I don't have me for you guys to see, just this boring gray and white box. But I guess to start, I can relate a lot to everything that Tara was saying. She's almost just like me. Like, if you know me, I'm that girl that I really enjoy the company of other people, but I'm kind of like the observer. So I'm kind of like in the background, just I enjoy watching everybody else have fun. And, you know, so it's not really my nature to be, I guess, like more of a leader, like a coach. So I guess one thing I would like maybe baby steps to work on is to be a little more social, to break my comfort zone. Let's see. So I guess since I'm not a coach yet, I guess I'm having a brain fart here. I'm trying to think how I can say this.
No, that's okay. Like, it's not that often that we have a non-coach on our call, so you're probably feeling in a kind of a weird situation because we have these mission statements and, you know, you're like, I don't even know what this all entails yet, but we're watching you and we are amazed, just so you know, Jenny, at your posts and the things that you're sharing and the transformations that you're having. And we're watching you literally like come out of your shell and go from a more shy person to this outgoing person who's sharing her journey. And I don't know if you realize how powerful that is, but that is what we do, is we just share stuff that's going on in our lives and try to help other people. So you're probably like stuck in this weird place right now, but maybe just share with us just a goal that you have. And it can be totally like in your personal or physical world or something, but
I think another reason why I'm so off right now is because I've been up since 4:30 this morning and I worked my 12-hour shift today. So
and it's
I'm not functioning quite as normal. But so my goals is right now, I guess, if I was to start as a coach, it'd probably be just to focus on me. Work on just financially getting a little bit better with my life. One thing is I'm really proud of myself is I'm consistent with this. I can't tell you how many times I've gone on and off at the gym with memberships. It couldn't work for me. And now I found this product and I love it. Every day I do my workouts. I make my shakes every day. I love it. I love that I don't have to rely on my energy drinks anymore. That was a really bad thing. Like, I was probably spending just as much on energy drinks. And so I'm happy that I got that. I don't know. I just want to focus on being stronger. The main reason why I got into Beachbody is because I wanted to be more efficient at my job too. My job is it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of carrying stuff, moving pallets around. So it's helped me so much, this workout. And eventually, yeah, like if I can just share my stories on Facebook, and if people see that and they gravitate towards me, that's great. It's kind of a bonus. So, but yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's perfect. That's totally enough. Yeah. And it's really fun to get to know you more too, because I don't know if you know this, but Sarah and Molly and I message each other often, and we're like, dude, she is a rock star. And that consistency that you are putting forth with your workouts and Shakeology and eating healthy, like that's exactly what this is all about. And later you'll learn, kind of like the daily items with coaching, but it's the same kind of thing. It's just consistency and small things.
Can I say something real quick?
So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking about Jenny, and I'm thinking about where I was when I first started. And I had such a great experience with the workouts and with drinking Shakeology, and had such huge results that it really fired me up. And when I happened to become a coach right before Coach Summit. And so I didn't know anything. I knew the products were amazing. And I knew that there was a lot of integrity in the products. They didn't skimp on the ingredients they put in the shake. And all of the workout products are programs that were made with a lot of effort. It was really clear. And so when I went to Coach Summit, I sat there and I listened to Carl Deichler, who's the CEO of the company, and he talked about why they put the programs together that way. And I fell in love with the integrity of the people. Tony Horton then shared his story. And so from there, I knew that this was something different than any other products that I'd experienced before. And so I kind of went all in just because of that. And I was so out of my comfort zone. I had never been on Facebook before. I mean, I'm a generation removed from social media, and my son thought I was nuts when I signed up for a Facebook account. And so, I mean, it's been this growth journey for me, all of it out of my comfort zone, all of it. Mm-hmm. But knowing in my mind that there was something amazing here. And one of the ironies of it was that at Coach Summit, I found out that Beachbody is an MLM. It's a multi-level marketing company, and I didn't have any idea. I walked away from Coach Summit with more questions than I had before I went. I mean, by far. From scratch. I was completely overwhelmed But I got to say that getting out of my comfort zone and growing myself has been, you know, for me, a life-changing journey. And so anyway, I just thought that it would be appropriate just to share that with somebody who's new and has been inspired by the products, because that's exactly where I was when I started. I used to play around on the Beachbody website, the customer site, the Wowie site, because after each of the P90X workouts, it's just go to wowie.com and log your workouts. I go, oh, I don't know what it is, but I did it. And so I found the Super Gym and I started logging my workouts. And then I started seeing all the content that they provided there. And I saw across the top of the screen coaches' names, new coaches scrolling across the screen. And, you know, I was so curious about it that, I mean, it was a whole new world. But it was, I guess my point is, it was all out of my comfort zone, all of it. But it's been just such an amazing journey for me.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Thank you. I think when we do, like when we step out of our comfort zone, like Ashley and Danielle are about to do, we grow. Like it's that nervousness that bubbles up that you have to push through. And then later you go, wow, that was kind of fun. You learn stuff about yourself. And I mean, it's totally, a lot of what we do is out of our comfort zone, but that's the only way to make a difference, you know? So who's up? Hang on just a second, though. Well, you guys can go, but I'm going to mute myself. Lulu's at my door.
All right, I'll take my turn. So initially my why was pretty standard. I wanted to help people. Definitely the accountability as well. But I was very cliche. I really just wanted to have a way to help people. My mission kind of found me, I guess. I have 2 full-time jobs on top of the Beachbody thing. And I found that people that were messaging me were specifically mentioning, like, I can't believe that you have found a way to fit this in on top of everything else that you do. It's so awesome that you do that. Or, you know, that's so motivating that you still have time to find, you know, to fit in your workouts and whatever, and that you're able to stay healthy on top of everything else that you do, on top of having kids, all that. So my core group, I guess, kind of evolved into a, I don't know, busy people group. I think they were really, really intrigued by the fact that all of my workouts are 30 minutes or less. You know, the Shakeology, things like that. So I have found it also really encouraging, because sometimes I feel like I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want to work out today. I don't want to do it. And then, like, that'll be the day I'll get a message from one of my challengers that says, like, I just wanted to let you know I hit the 15-pound mark, and, you know, thank you for pushing me to that point, blah, 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 which is kind of underlines why I'm doing this in the first place. Obviously, the money is nice. It makes a difference. I was able to buy my daughter's entire school supply list with no worry about any other money. That literally all came from my Beachbody deposit the week that I did it. Like, every single dime came from that, which was fantastic. Like, just to turn around and use it for that, and I don't have to worry about anything else. So that's a nice little side benefit. But definitely my mission is to help show busy people that you're not too busy to take care of yourself. You can always squeeze in time for yourself, even though it feels like every hour of every day is taken up by something. You can kind of rearrange things and find time for yourself. So that's it.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ashley. All right, Danielle, are you up for talking tonight?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I guess my why has always been my kids. I grew up overweight since I was about 12 years old, and I just can't imagine my kids having to go through that. And I don't want to be an excuse or a reason for them to have those struggles. I want to set an example for them and show them that being healthy and active and being someone who doesn't have anxiety is so much. And I guess my why has also been for me too. And it's grown into wanting to help other people that may have had the same types of circumstances, from always struggling with their weight and never really finding something that will that really help them. And I feel like this is something that's going to work, because it's more of a lifestyle change and not something where you're cutting out carbs and then, 2 weeks later it's like you're dying to have carbs, so then it's like you pig out on a pizza because you were depriving yourself or something. But this is where you can actually still have enjoyable meals, and it's all about balance more so than cutting something out.
Yeah, so true. I think that's really important to see that too, that this is a lifestyle. It's not just something that lasts for 21 days or 2 rounds, that this is literally a lifestyle. And to think about that you're changing your kids' lives by changing yourself and just ending that trend that, has been going on, that makes a huge difference. So I think it's totally great for a new coach to start out with the why of themselves and their family, because I know for me, like, that's where it started too. It started for me for my own happiness, for my husband who lost 80 pounds with P90X and Insanity and Shakeology. And I noticed how much he changed on the inside and how much our relationship changed and how much our entire family dynamics changed, that it was just, one small decision that added up to so much. And then, as you're able to get those transformations within yourself and within your family, then that's when you're able to kind of spread that out and affect the next group, around yourself. And then it just keeps on going and keeps on going. And one day, honestly, you will all be helping someone who you've never met before. And that's the craziest feeling. And that's, to me, when I finally was like, oh my gosh, this is like my dream coming true. I'm helping someone I've never even met before because of social media and just, sharing my own story and sharing my own why and explaining what my mission is. And someone trusted me enough to ask for help. So, I mean, it really is crazy how that happens, how you start with yourself and your own family, and then you're able to spread to eventually people that you've never even met before. And then when those people start helping their own friends and family, people they've never met before, it's really amazing. So that's just, the potential that you all have. So that's something to think about. And one day it will happen and you'll realize, like, I have arrived, this is why it's just, I don't know, it's incredible. So anyway, does anyone else want to add anything?
I could add, this is Tara. Hi. I forgot to say that my other mission is my kids, and at least what I've been sharing with everybody is that some kids, maybe more than they sense when something is real for you. So like I could go on YouTube and just like find a workout, and I'll tell you, it's so annoying when the ads come on. All it takes is those silly little things that totally distract from something feeling like authentic for my family. And so I really love that what I'm sharing, what I find myself sharing with people when I'm sitting down and just talking to my friends, is that my family has been changed just the few times we've been doing workouts. I tell them how there's like this authentic thing happening. Someone I actually know, like I don't actually know you, but that I've met face to face through video calls, things like that, has told me to try something like an obstacle course today, and we're all doing it. Mm-hmm. So then I tell my friends they should do it. And I guess the best way I'm saying is like it feels real compared to just turning on YouTube and finding some random kid in Chicago who's 5 years old. Like that's great and all, but the thing that this is providing is something real to connect me to all those YouTube videos. We're all doing it together, so it's not just some random thing. And same with the workouts. We're all doing these sorts of same workouts, so we're sharing in the experience. And my family, that's such a cool thing that my kids and my family are, you know, are just, I don't know, like my daughter's motivated to do stuff. The second we arrived at Green Lakes the other day, she just like mapped out the obstacle course. I had just casually mentioned it in the car on the way over, and we got there and it was off. She's like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, what? We're okay. So that's been blowing my mind that my kids they just hear me mention stuff from what I read. I'll just say it, you know, to my husband. We'll be talking in the car and I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, today's challenge is this, and just bring it up casually. And my kids are like on board right away. They're like, yeah, it's an obstacle course. They're like, okay. But if they know that all of mom's friends are doing it too, then, and their kids are doing it, then they want in. So that's really a big deal for me. Mm-hmm. Just had to add that in there.
Well, that's awesome. No, I'm not muted. Sometimes I start talking and I'm muted. That, you know, my kids are the same way. They really have a good time, and they enjoy doing these challenges, and they enjoy, like, you know, sometimes we do team calls, and for half the call, you know, Kay even. Right.
Yeah. I saw that picture of Kay.
Yeah. She, you know, but
so cute.
That's what it is, you know, right. And it's so fun. And my kids, you know, even my neighbors, like, they laugh because I'm out there. And
when you're walking around the block.
I am. And, you know, the neighbor boy's like, oh, there's Mrs. Miller. She's getting her steps in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, it's making an impression on them, definitely.
It is. And it's getting them, you know, like, that's okay. And that's what you do, you know, like, and I'll tell them, yeah, I didn't walk enough today during the day, so now I got to do it all at night, you know?
Yep, that's awesome.
So, no, definitely. The kids is a huge why. I mean, and it's a wonderful, amazing why.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate everyone's comments and sharing their feelings tonight. I think, like, I love that this can be really interactive, because I think that we learn from each other, and, you know, there's strength in numbers, and there is this power that we give to each other. So thank you. I love these team calls.
Me too. Are we doing a picture before we all hang up?
If someone can do a screenshot, and then I have like a area set up on my bed that I wanted to take too. So
wait, what do you have?
Nothing. It'll make sense later. Don't worry, it's my weird artsy mind talking. I can't explain it.
Okay.
But will you take a screenshot, Molly?
I sure will. Okay. I gotta get Jenny's name in there. Jenny, don't worry, I got your name in. Okay, do you want to do silly, serious, what? Oh, are we flexing?
A muscle? Oh, I love it, Sarah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm on the wrong arm. This is my weak arm. Oh, my other arm's on. Okay, ready?
Gotta go.
1, 2, 3. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so everyone just hold still for a second.
Oh, that hurt.
All right. Okay, cool. Get one with my leg out. Got a yawn in the middle of it, Becca.
See, that's the weird stuff that us coaches do.
Yeah, we'll talk about how we're sacrificing our sleep, and I have a pile of laundry on my bed that I'm showing that I'm sacrificing.
Nice.
For the
I
good of
think
the...
our
I'm a
Coasters.
Midwesterner. It's 11.
I know.
I know. These two new ones are East Coast. Whew.
Oh my gosh. Is it midnight?
Yeah, it's
11.
midnight.
Wow. That's dedication.
This is a good time for me, so it's not that really. This is like the only time I probably could have done it, so it's good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Like, I
awesome.
normally run on 4 to 5 hours of sleep anyway, so
Oh
10,
my gosh.
11 o'clock is my bedtime.
Wow, Jenny.
I know.
I get weepy when I do that. Like, I cry over weird things when I don't get
Yeah,
enough
me
sleep. It's not pretty.
Yeah, I need 9 hours of sleep, so I'm hoping to at least get 8, and I'll be all right. But I get that same way. If I get 9 hours, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the happiest person I've ever met. And then I get less than 9, and I'm such a grump when I wake up. But I get over it. I realized how amazingly important those 9 hours are.
Yeah. Yeah. I need my sleep.
Thank you,
Thank you
Kirsty.
guys for sacrificing your sleep.
Thank you. It was so nice to meet everyone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
These
same here.
You guys were all on. Thank
This
you
is
guys.
awesome, Paul. Thank you guys.
I'll be friend requesting you all now, I'm sure.
Yay.
All right.
I'm telling you, that's the way to do it.
Yep. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.